Hello everybody. Today we're doing a large wall patch. It's almost a sheet of sheetrock that's needed for this. Looks like a plumber got called in here, had to fix a leaky pipe, drain pipe, the black pipe. Looks like he had to retrofit this pipe, get some plumbing done. So then the homeowner called us in to patch it in after the plumber was done doing whatever he had to do. And here we're going to get this all sheetrocked. We're going to get it taped, coated 2 times, and then we're going to do a texture match. The texture in here is a stomp brush texture. It's done with a brush. It was done in the 50s, 60s, this era of texture. Done with a brush or just different type of brushes they use. This is a stomp. I've seen ones where they stomp it, twirl it, stomp it, roll it, do crescent moons. There's so many variations with this brush texture. So when we come in here, we have to match what we see. There's also crow's foot, different type of stipples on the brush, flat brushes, round brushes. So there's different styles. So I just carry the regular stomp brush on hand that pretty much can mimic any of these stomp style textures done in the 50s. But you're going to see at the end of the video how I do it. A lot of guys like to dip this stomper in the mud, put it on, eat, stomp it in the mud, in the mud, in the mud. But I like to just put the joint compound on it and then just stomp it and feather it out. So I'm not making a big old mess. So that's my style of doing it. But everybody has their own style, and everybody style they think is the best way. But this is the way I do it, and this is the way I'm going to stick to doing it. First things first, on this project, of course, going to have to put down plastic. I'm going to mask off the baseboard, put down some plastic. I already have a tarp down since I know I'm going to be doing sheetrock. That way the sheetrock doesn't tear through my plastic. We're going to go through and pull all the nails, pull all the screws. I'm going to have to add backing. You can also cut back the sheetrock if you want to the center, the next stud on the left and the right side. But with this, there's enough gap here that I can add backing. Backing you can use anything. 2x2s, 1x2s, 2x4s, 4x4s, wood sheeting, whatever you can get in here. I carry these 1x2 pieces that I use for patches, so I always have these on hand. Or you could just do a nice full 5-foot stick of 2x4, whatever you want to use. But you got to make sure you add this backing. You don't just hang the sheetrock and then the left and right side has nothing to screw into, then you're going to get cracks. So you always add backing on all patchwork like this. Small patches and big patches like this, you're going to always have to add backing. We're going to add the backing. We're also going to add screws on the outside edge of the sheetrock. That tightens up the old sheetrock, and it also tells me where the stud is. You can also pencil it to mark where the stud is, but it's easier just to put a screw in it. Also, there's a bunch of pipes in this wall, so if they didn't have metal pipe brackets over the framing, you'd try to want to put some of those on. If any pipes are in the way, you want to kind of mark where those pipes are because you don't want to accidentally put a screw in the pipes. So it's a good point to know where your pipes are before you install your sheetrock. We're going to go through here, pull the nails, get all the screws out, backings in. We're going to install the sheetrock. We're going to piece it in. It's a larger piece than what we had, so we're going to piece it in. I'm going to follow through with the fiberglass mesh tape. I'm going to do a nice first coat. Here I'm using a hot mud. Of course, if you're doing this job by yourself, just using an all-purpose joint compound. With all my patchworks, I have to finish it from start to finish, textured in one trip, so I always use hot muds on these projects. We're going to get it hot mudded twice, and then I'm going to follow through with that stomp brush texture. And I'm also probably make a second video with this stomp style texture since it isn't around anymore. So sometimes when we go in the jobs, a lot of guys out there now don't know how to match it. But for me, I like doing it. It's just tedious. But easy patch jobs. Get the sheetrock hung, get it taped, get it first coated, second coated, and textured. That's the process of drywall repairs that we do. Of course, on this, you could have used a full sheet or a sheet and a half, but it actually cut it up over 4 foot, so we had to do a ripper on top. Ideally, if you want to cut out something, just do it 4 foot high, because each sheetrock sold 4x8 sheets, so you don't want to cut it out more than 4 foot if possible. If you go over 4 foot, now you're getting into a second sheet, so you always want to keep it small. Smaller the better. less mud you have to do. As you can see, by the time I get this all textured, I pretty much had to texture this all the way to the corner bead, all the way to the angle, and almost 6 foot up. Could almost taken it to the ceiling just to blend it in perfect. But there's a lot of work involved with mudding. But hey, let's go ahead and watch this video. And also, I have other playlists like this with patching, stress cracks. So you can always watch other videos to kind of refine your skill set. Do I actually want to attempt to do this in my own home, or should I hire a professional? If you have to ask yourself that, you should hire a professional. But if not, you're trying to save some money, maybe you can do a couple steps that you're comfortable doing. At least get the materials on the site, cut out the area, do what you can do, and maybe when you do hire a professional, you can save a couple bucks. But hey, and also, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. When you do a like and you comment on these videos, it helps YouTube find my video, find my channel, which helps grow the channel.
Go mix another one. Don't even mix another one. Don't even rinse it out. Just mix another one. double tape. That's what I was getting ready to do.